Hi everyone, welcome to this Pilates practice. My name's Debbie and I'm going to be taking you through the practice today. Today we are in small space again. I am back in Tenerife. I'm in the beautiful Hotel Anthelia. It's absolutely gorgeous, but I am stretched for space again, so today is going to be small space work. Also, it's early morning here, so I'm not going to be doing too much power work. It's going to be working our bodies. We've just woken up. The body's not quite fully at itself right now, which most of you I think understand. You're just waking up. Your body needs to sort of wake up as well. So I've just got out of bed and we are going to be doing a little workout. So I'm going to see how it takes us here today. We are going to start by laying down, as I always do. And I know we've all just, or I don't know about all of you, but I've just woken up, so I know we're just going to lay back down and take a little bit of time for ourselves. But it's good to do it any time of the day, whether you have just woken up or whether, you know, it is the end of the day for you. So lay down and just look at our bodies, see how it's feeling today, this morning for me, and then we'll start some practice. So take yourself down to laying, come down from your side, left-hand side if you've got low blood pressure, or you can come down with me from a seated position. So we've got our feet so that they're hip width apart and they're nice and firmly on the mat. Take our arms out in front and we're going to C-curve down, okay? We don't just drop back, we C-curve ourselves down. If you get to a point where you can't hold it with your core, you take behind your legs and you use your legs for support. If you are new to the practice, just remember or be aware now, you breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. As you breathe in, you pull in your core. As you breathe out, you pull in the core even more. So we've got a nice core that's firm and supporting our spine and our bodies. So we're taking ourselves to our mats, got our hands out in front of us, we're breathing in, we're pulling in our core. And as we breathe out, we're pulling our core more and we start to C-curve ourselves down all the way to the mat. And then when you get there, you allow your head to come down and we're going to give ourselves a full body stretch. I don't know whether I've got the room here to do it, so I'm going to do the one with my feet mat width apart and my knees locked in. If you want to do it with your legs out straight, then do so, but obviously, as I said, for me I'm limited with space, so it's going to be done like this. And if you're limited for space, this is a really good way to do it as well. So you've got your feet mat width apart, knees locked in. So when we do the stretch, we're going to breathe in, pull in our core. And as we breathe out and pull in our core, we push our spine down into the mat and we start to squeeze our thighs, we squeeze the legs together, we squeeze the calves, we squeeze everything, our feet. We're holding it there. We can stretch our arms away and we can stretch here. Really doing that full body stretch, waking my body up. For me, you might be at the end of your day and you're still stretching your body out, and then release down. Let the arms relax, let the legs relax, let the core go. Closing your eyes down if you can, it always helps to focus internally at this point. Breathing in, pulling in your core. And as you breathe out, you pull the core tighter, you push your spine into the mat, you start to squeeze your legs together. If you've got them long, squeeze and point the feet, stretch the feet away, stretch your arms away, and really feel the stretch in your body here. And then relax down. And if you can, take your feet long and start to come into your relaxing point to check out with your bodies. But if you're with me, we've got our feet mat width and our knees locked in. We're taking our arms out, our palms facing upward. Let's start to bring in some energy, rolling our shoulders back and down into the mat. Letting everything go, starting to relax down, starting to focus on your body. Checking in with your feet and your ankles, your calves, your knees and your thighs. Focus on your legs, see how they're feeling this morning, this day, this evening. Relax in them. And then focus around your pelvis, your lower core, your lower spine, your mid-spine and your tummy. So we're focusing on the lower part of your torso. How's that feeling today? Any areas of tenseness, ask it to relax. And then onto your chest, your upper spine, your shoulders. Let that part of the torso relax down. Your hands, your wrists, your lower arms, your elbows and your upper arms. Let the arms be rested. Release the neck. And then your head. Feel the weight of your head as it remains heavy in the mat. And start to release all your facial muscles. Your jaw, your cheekbones, your eyes, your forehead, and the top of your head. Scanning your body for any areas that might be slightly tense. Ask it to soften. Breathe into those areas. And be mindful of anything that's not feeling good today as we begin the practice in a minute. Start to come out of your body again. Starting to move your toes, moving your fingers. And then everybody bringing your feet up so that they're the same mat width apart with your knees locked in. And we're going to take our arms up. We're going to take them behind our head so that we're clasping our fingers together and we've just got them round the lower part of our head there. And then we're going to just gently part the knees. And then we're going to just work the right leg. So breathing in, pulling in your core. And as you breathe out, you just bring the right leg towards the left knee. And then bring it down. Left knee goes towards the right. Actually, it's probably going towards the calf more than the knee. We're just moving them in and out. Just working on the hip area a little bit here. Keeping the core pulled in, every breath in and every breath out. You're pulling in that core. Holding it tight as we move the legs. And as you're doing so as well, you might find a tenseness in your arms. Let them relax. We don't need the arms to be tense right now. We're just focusing on the lower core and the legs. Gently moving them. Giving mobility to the hips and then staying there. And we're going to start bringing the feet up down our hip width together. And you're going to bring up your right leg, bring it towards you and bring it down. Mobilising the lower spine as we do this. The backs of the calves, the backs of the thighs. Breathing in each time, pulling in the core. Breathing in, pulling in the core. Breathing out as you lift the leg up. Breathing in as you lower it down. Breathing in, pulling in the core. Breathing out as you lower the leg down. More times here. And because we've got our arms out here, we are actually opening the chest as well at the same time by doing this. And we're going to start with the elbows as well. So we're going to bring the elbows up and lying down, breathing in, putting in the core, breathing out as you rise the elbows, breathing in as you lower them down. Working across the shoulders, top of the back. Now let's just work on one elbow. Let's take the right elbow, bring it up and lower it down. Keeping on the same side, right elbow, bringing it in and releasing it down. You might feel a tenseness in the left top of the arm. Just stretching it out and working it. And let's take that on the left side, just the left elbow coming up and down. Keeping the core pulled in. Breathing in as you lower, breathing out as you bring it up. And then resting down there. Okay, we're going to start to bring the head up now. So we're going to breathe in, pulling in our core, and as we breathe out, we bring the head up. Now we're not using our hands to push the head up, we're just bringing the head up by itself and coming back down. The shoulders may rise as well. Don't push into the head, just allow the natural body lifting up the core, bringing the neck up, the head up I should say. You can tell it's morning. Breathing in as you lower down, breathing out through the mouth as you rise up. Each breath you're pulling in that core. And then just stand where you are. You're going to take your legs slightly further away. You might want to take them long if you can. I'm a little bit squashed for space. I can sort of get them a little bit longer. And then from here we're going to start to try and do some further sit-ups. So we're going to breathe in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, you start to sit yourself up a little more and then bring you down. So each time, see if you can bring yourself up to a seated position and see curving yourself down without dropping the spine. So breathing in, pulling in the core, and as you're breathing out, you might want to take your arms out rather than behind the head, whatever's good for you, and you bring yourself up. Don't snatch yourself up, coming up in a nice rolling motion, and see curving that spine all the way back down to the floor, breathing in and breathing out. Here, I would normally like to have my hand weights, so I would have some weight, I'd be working my muscles. So if you, with me, you haven't got any water bottles or hand weights, clench your fists, so you've got your nice tight fists, and as you're coming up, squeezing, 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 coming up slowly. And then breathing out as you come all the way back down. Let's do a couple more here. Breathing out, work that core as we're coming up. Breathing out as we come all the way back down. Breathing in, breathing out as we're coming up. And then staying up here. Now we're going to bring ourselves now, so we're going to try and stretch our legs upwards. Now I'm not going to be able to get them out, I don't think. Well, I'm going to be hitting the bed if I do. So going to breathing in, pulling in the core, bringing up our left leg, bringing up our right leg to meet it if we can. So we're into a boat pose. Going to hold it here. You can keep holding behind the legs. You can take the hands away, and we're just going to hold it here for 8, 7. If you've got the space, you can straighten your legs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring them back in and sitting yourself back up with a nice straight spine. So sit nice and tall, holding behind your calves, and pull that spine so that it's tight and it's stretched and it's going long. Pulling in the core, holding it tight as you're stretching up, shoulders back and down, holding the calves to straighten that spine. And then release back down. So we're going to come around now. We're going to come up, we're going to do quite a little bit of work on our legs, depending on how we're feeling. So bringing ourselves up, start here in a bit of a yogi sort of squat. You can do it with your feet out. You can stretch with your hands here, giving yourselves a little stretch and opening here. Probably not too harsh because for me, I've just woken up, so my body's still waking itself up. But if you've been awake all day and your body is nice and supple, you might get a nice squat down there. We're just stretching out around the lower spine here. You get the inner thighs and the hips working again, and then taking your hands down, walking your feet so that they are hip width apart, and just hang down there like a rag doll. Breathing in and breathing out. Try and still hold the core if you can. And then bending the knees, rolling yourself up. Hands to the front of the legs, bringing yourself up. Shoulders, neck and head. So, looks like I'm getting a little bit cut off here. Let me see if I can pull my mats back a little bit further so that my head's not quite chopped off. And then we're going to bring ourselves to the centre of the mat. We're going to do some more squats here, but we're going to take our hands out in front. Going to bring down, it's a bit like a goddess pose, I guess, in yoga. So we've got our hands out. You might want to bring them maybe to your chest here, whatever's good for you, however you feel comfortable. And then what we're going to bring in, and we're going to come up. We're going to come down, and we're going to come up. Down, up, down, up, oops, down, up. Try and do it slowly, keeping the core pulled in. And then coming back to centre, holding it there. I'm going to come up on your right toe, bring it back down. Up on your left toe, bring it back down. Right toe, left toe. And then right toe, holding it there. See if you can come up on the left toe as well. Holding both there. Holding it, and then down. Standing up, coming back. Coming round to the top end of your mat. We're going to do some Pilates roll up, roll downs. We're going to come back, we're going to do some more of those. Shoulders back and down, breathing in, pulling in your core. Then as you breathe out, chin to chest, you start to roll down. Shoulders come down, they come forward, your hands come to the front of your legs. And you come down one vertebrae at a time. The upper, the middle and the lower spine. You roll down to your point of comfort. Maybe here, I'm not coming down quite as low this morning because I've just woken and my spine's waking itself up. Breathing in, pulling in the core, and as you breathe out, you start to roll yourself gently all the way back up. Hands to the front of the legs, the lower, the mid, the upper spine comes up, shoulders go back and down, your neck lifts, and then finally your head. Let's do that again, breathing in, pulling in your core. And as you breathe out, chin to chest, rolling down, the upper spine's coming, shoulders are going forward, coming down, the mid and lower spine, go to your point of comfort. If that's here, that's absolutely fine. You go to where's good for you. You hang where you are, you hold it there, you breathe in, you breathe out. Each time trying to hold the core, breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, you take the hands to the front of the calves, you start to roll up very slowly, one vertebrae, the lower, the mid and the upper spine coming up, keeping the core tight. Every breath you pull it tight. As the top of the shoulder, back comes up, the shoulders go back and down, the neck lifts, and finally your head. Breathing in, pulling in the core. As you breathe out, chin to chest, let's waken our body. Let's do the classic Pilates, roll up, roll down, working our spine. This is one of the greatest moves that you can do, honestly. Bringing you down, especially first thing in the morning when you're just waking your body up. It's stiff, it's a little bit tight. Wake it up, coming up, all the way up, one vertebrae, keeping the core tight, shoulders, neck and head. Okay, bring yourself back round into that little squat position. So I don't know how wide you want to go with your feet. If you're just here, that's absolutely fine. It is a bit harder further away. As I say, hands out in front, hands clasped here, whatever's good for you. Breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, you bring your left leg up and you drop it back down. Right leg, down, left leg, down. Right leg, and left leg. Keeping the core tight. One more either side. Back to that squat, getting yourself comfortable. Let's lift our right foot, bring it back down. Left foot, bring it down. Right and left. Right, left, right. Ooh, cracking away here. Left. Right, holding it up, bringing up the left to join it, holding it there. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing the feet down, standing up. Bring yourself to the other end of the mat. Let's do some classic Pilates roll-ups. Shoulders back and down, breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, chin to chest, start to roll back down. Breathing will slow again now. Heart rate came up a little bit there. Bringing it back down. Breathing in, pulling in the core. Breathing out, hands to the front of the legs, you're coming back up. All the way up. Shoulders, neck and head. Breathing in, pulling in the core. Breathing out, chin to chest. Keep the core tight. Every breath in, you pull the core tight. Every breath out, you pull the core tighter. You do your classic roll up, roll downs, working your spine, working your body. You might find you're coming down a little bit further now as the body's waking up. Shoulders, neck and head. Breathing in, pulling in the core. Breathing out, chin to chest. All the way down to the floor. Breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, bring yourself all the way back up to standing. You close your eyes down as well while you're doing this. Sometimes it helps, it makes you feel more in tune with your body. Breathing in, pulling in the core. Last one. Breathing out, hands go down the legs. Going down one vertebrae at a time. All the way to the floor. Rolling the spine slowly and gently. Holding it there. Breathing in, pulling in the core. Breathing out. You're going to roll yourself back up. Hands to the front of the legs. The lower, the mid and the upper spine start to roll up one vertebrae. And then when the top of the spine comes up, your shoulders go back and down, your neck and your left head lifts. Okay, let's come back to our little squat again and start doing some more of these. We're going to bring the heart rate back up again. So where's comfortable for you? Breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, you lift. Oops. Space is killing me here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to centre, taking your feet a little bit outwards, pointing outwards, lifting our right foot down, lifting the leg. Right, left, right, left, right. This time hold your left leg up, left foot up, bringing up the right. Oh, get ready. Both feet for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really turn those calves on, her thighs and that on there, working those legs. Okay, just drop yourself down now, bringing your hands down for a little bit of a stretch here. Hands to the front and bringing yourself down, stretching out the back of the legs, breathing in, pulling in the core, breathing out as you lower down, bending the legs and lifting yourselves all the way back up. We're going to go round, we're going to do some squats. So we're going to do our lungy squats this time. So right foot in front, left leg back onto our toes, hands onto our hips. Let's just do some lunging here. So we're going to go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turn that left foot out so the foot is flat on the floor. You're now in what is known as a warrior 1. Okay, so you're going to bring your right arm to your right thigh, and you're going to turn your body so that you're open. You're going to take your left arm up, take it over your head. Now, bringing your right arm and push it out towards the front where you're facing, not ahead of you. We're facing sideways, so the arm is coming out sideways. And we're just going to roll. Imagine we've got a beach ball and we're rolling that beach ball. Legs staying where they are, but we're rolling the beach ball. Holding it and rolling it. Holding it and rolling it. Holding it and rolling it. Coming back. Now take the right arm out towards the front of the room, bringing the left arm over the top and holding it there as if you've now got the beach ball in front of you. Turn your head to face it and holding it there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and bringing yourself up. Bringing ourselves back round for our little squat jumpies. Hand out, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring that round. Come back round now. So we've now got our left leg out in front. We're coming up on the back right toes, hands on the hips. Let's do our lunges. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping the right leg, left leg around so that the foot is flat into what is known as our warrior 1. And then you're going to turn your body again so that it's facing forward towards me. I'm facing towards you. And then we drop our left arm onto our left thigh, taking our right arm overhead, taking our left arm out, facing towards me. I'm facing towards you. And then we're going to do our rolling. We have our ball, we're rolling it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, coming up, our right arm overhead, our left arm is facing towards me. We're now going to take it so it's facing towards the front of the room. We've got the beach ball there between our hands. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. coming back up, coming back round, bringing our heart rate right up, hands, hips, out in front, out here, wherever's good for you. Going for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back here, taking our legs into our goddess pose. Got right foot up, left foot up, right foot up, left foot up, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot up. Hold it, bringing up our right leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release the legs down. Oh, legs shaking a bit there. Right, heart rate should be up, should be feeling warm. Let's bring the heart rate back down with our roll up, roll downs. Work the spine again, standing tall, shoulders back and down, releasing, breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, chin to chest, head starts to roll down, shoulders come forward, hands to the front of the legs, the upper, the mid and the lower spine come down to your point of comfort. Should be able to come down a little bit further now, should be warming up more, breathing in, holding it there, breathing in, pulling in the core, and as you breathe out, holding that core tight, hands to the front of the legs, rolling yourself all the way back up, shoulders back and down, neck and head. Breathing in, pulling in the core, breathing out, chin to chest. Start to roll the way down. Coming down to your point of comfort, as slow as you can. Slowing the heart rate back down, back to the floor, holding it there. Breathing in, pulling in the core. And then as you breathe out, hands to the front of your legs, coming up. Your lower, your mid, your upper spine coming up. At the top, your shoulders go back and down, your neck and your left head, lips. Breathing in, pulling in the core, and breathing out, chin to chest. Start to roll down, shoulders come forward, hands to the front of your legs, all the way to the floor. Holding it here. You might need to bend your legs now, so we're going to take our hands to the floor, we're going to walk ourselves forward. We're going to come into our downward dog, which we know is a yoga move, but we do it in Pilates. This here is really good because you've got your head lower than your heart, it's working your body, you can walk your feet out. Just tuck that t-shirt into your shorts. Walking out your feet. Up on the tippy toes, heels down. Really push into those arms, push your chest towards your thighs. Your elbows can be slightly bent so that the top of the elbow is moving down towards the mat. Straightening your arms and walking yourself back. Hanging like a rag doll, breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, you roll yourself all the way back up. Shoulders, neck and head. Amazing. Gosh, I'm feeling really warm now. I hope you are too. I feel my body's warming up, so that's really good. Rolling our shoulders. Okay, let's come around for some little bit of side work here. So we're taking our feet much wider than our hip width now, and we're going to do some side work. So coming over, you can take your hand to your hip if it's too much, and then we're going to the other side. Coming over again, you can take your hands to your hip if it's too much. So that would be this for you. Just working our sides. Heart rate should be coming back down now. And then this time when you come over, your hands on your hip or overhead. Let's hold it there. See if you can come down a little bit more. If you've got your arm, you should be able to look up at the ceiling. So if you have your arm over, you should be able to see the ceiling. If your arm's in front of you, it needs to be pulled back to do the opening. Holding it here. Nice stretch all the way down the left-hand side of the body, and then coming yourself back up. So take yourself over for the stretch down the right-hand side of the body. Again, you can have your hand there, but we're looking up so that we can see the ceiling. If it's too much for your neck, then do stay looking forward or looking down, if that's better for you. Stretching down the side of the body, bringing yourself back up. Bringing your feet together. Let's take one more slow roll down. So breathing in, pulling in the core, and as you breathe out, you roll yourself all the way back down to the floor. Walking your hands out in front of you, coming down onto your knees, and then if we've got space, we're going to do a little thread the needle just to open ourselves out a little bit more. So I might struggle, but anyhow, we're taking our right arm up, and as we bring it down, we bring it under, and we take our right ear to the mat. You can take your arm behind you and take hold of the thigh. You can take it to the corner of your mat to push in, or you can just leave it to the side where it was. It was good for you. A little bit of opening more on the shoulders, side of the body, opening out. Starting to rest down now. Trying to still hold the core if you can, although it's a little bit more difficult, I do know, I appreciate that. And then coming round, pushing yourself up. Let's do a little cat-cow here. So most people will do this, so that they'll just push up and then they breathe out, so they push their body down. For me, I like to roll my spine, so you'll see me rolling the spines coming up and then breathing out as I push myself up. Again, it's however your body feels. Mine likes to roll. I like to roll my spine, I like to keep it supple. And because I've had discs that have slipped, prolapsed, I like to roll mine. But you do what's good for you. Just doing your cat-cow, rolling, really pushing away with the arms, pulling the core in here, and then coming back to what is known as our neutral spine. And then from here, we're taking our left arm up, we're bringing it round, and we're taking the left arm under, left ear to the floor, and then either corner of the mat, leaving it where it is. You can take it behind and take hold of the thigh, whatever's good for you. Just holding it there, relaxing into it. Opening the shoulders, opening the side of the body. And then pushing your hand, coming back up. Bring your hands down, a couple more cat-cows, just to keep your motivation in the spine, making it feel happy. Look after our spines, got to look after our bodies. And this is a good move, countering what we just done. And then coming back to neutral spine, taking yourselves round onto your back. We're going to come into some final relaxation, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that little bit of small space work. Taking your feet to your hip width apart, firmly on the mat. Coming down from your side if you prefer. Left hand side if you have low blood pressure is advisable. Taking your hands out in front, breathing in, pulling in the core. And as you breathe out, you start to C-curve down all the way to the floor. Don't forget, you can take behind your thighs. I've got to come forward because I think I'm going to hit the bed. And bring yourself down slowly, one vertebrae all the way to the floor. Taking your legs long, or as me, going to take, I might actually be able to do it as I'm laying this way because I've only got a curtain there. So taking your legs long or mat width apart, rolling your shoulders back and down and breathing here. Breathing in, pulling in the core. Breathing out, pull the core tight and release the breath through the mouth. Holding that core tight, breathing in, pull the core tighter. Breathing out through the mouth, squeezing the core. Really squeeze that core. Holding it there, natural breath, but hold the core. Don't let it go. And now release it. Release that core down. Amazing. Taking your arms down, palms facing up to bring in some energy today. Allowing the legs to be soft. Closing your eyes down now if you can. Big breath in through the nose and release through the mouth with a sigh. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out with a sigh. Fabulous. Let the feet be soft. Relax the toes, soles of your feet, the tops of your feet, your ankles, your calves, your knees and your thighs. Both legs soft and relaxed. Really feel the weight of those feet and legs in the mat beneath you. Release your pelvis and your glutes, your lower spine and your lower core. Your mid-spine and your stomach. Your upper spine and your chest. The whole torso relaxed. Let it be soft. Relaxing your fingers, the backs of your hands, the palms of your hands, your wrists, your lower arms, your elbows, your upper arms. Both arms soft, heavy, rested. Let them be soft. Relax your shoulders, your neck, and finally your head. Relaxing your jaw, maybe taking the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Resting your cheekbones, your eyes, your eyelids, your eyebrows, the top of your head, the forehead, your whole head and face, rested and soft. Allowing yourself to fully immerse into this relaxation. Just the gentle breath, the rise and fall of your belly. Take your concentration to that. Concentrating on the rise and fall of your breath in your belly. Everything else be. Any thoughts that come into your mind, just acknowledge them, come back to them later. Come back to your breath. Start to visualize the room that you're in. Bring yourself back to here and now. The listening to any noises close by, far away. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, waking your body back up. And then do one full body stretch here, wherever's good for you. Just going to have to stretch my arms this way. Pulling in the core as you breathe, pushing your spine down into the back, stretching your toes and your legs away. If you've got room to take the arms overhead, do what I'm doing, clasp your fingers together and pull the arms apart, but keeping the hands closed. And then release down. Okay, bring your feet up onto the mat, just give them a little wind wipe from side to side, releasing out the spine, being soft on it, keeping the eyes closed down if you can, and then whatever side you are turning onto, push into your heels and shift your hips to the opposite side to which you are going to roll down over onto, and then bring yourself over onto that side, making a little pillow with your arm. Lungs are now free at the back. Let's take a big breath into those lungs, so breathing in through the nose and filling those lungs, and releasing through the mouth. One more time, big breath in, breath out, and pushing yourself up, keeping the eyes closed if you can. Bring yourself round onto your all fours, looking down at the mat, blinking your eyes open. Now curling your toes under behind you, take your fingertips to your knees and push in to the mat to lift your knees. Walk your fingertips closer to your feet, pushing into them so your feet are flat on the floor. One more time, we're going to hang here like a rag doll. And then you're going to bend your knees fully, take your hands onto your hips, and just gently roll yourself up, making sure the last thing that comes up is your head. We don't want any head rushes. And then we're going to just give ourselves a little release out, shaking our arms, and shake our legs as well. We've worked our legs really hard today. Give them a nice shake, shake the arms, feet together, big breath in, breath out, breath in. And as you're breathing out, bring your hands down to your heart center. Give yourselves a bow and give yourselves a clap. Well done, guys. I hope you enjoyed that.